Hey, it's Evan. Welcome back to another episode of the Mindful 8 podcast. In today's episode, we're talking about the importance of reflection and integration. In life, we grow, we evolve. It's our most natural purpose to serve others and to evolve in the most natural way possible. We don't know we're evolving unless we're reflecting on how far we've come, how far we've yet to go, where we are now, and then integrating everything that's worked well and discarding everything that hasn't worked well. So this topic of reflection and integration is such an important topic now because it's March 21st and spring is officially here, according to the calendars. And you can feel it, this new sense of energy that's in the air. So a couple ways that I've been able to reflect on where I've been, where I am now, and where I want to go is to journal. Simple as. Stream of consciousness journaling has always proven to be very beneficial to me when I want to reflect on how far I've come and how far I've yet to go. I've talked about it before, but write stream of consciousness at the top of your page and then the intention of what you want to write about. So for something like this, reflecting on the seasons changing, I would write intention, reflect on the transition between winter and summer and how I feel right now. You don't know what you don't know. Reflecting on how far you've come, where you are now, and how far you've yet to go is such an important thing for us to do. Happiness Islands is a different exercise as well, and that can be a whole nother episode in and of itself, a concept from the 80-20 principle, Richard Koch. There's such importance in reflection, especially when it comes to the seasons changing. This week, I have the house back home to myself, and it's been a great opportunity to reflect with nature as well on the transition period of winter into spring. That winter was beautiful, but it's in the past now, so it doesn't exist. All that exists is now. But now has direct correlation to your past and your future. They're all written in the now. And that sounds complicated, and honestly, it sounds complicated to me even saying it out loud, but I'm not where I am right now physically, mentally, and spiritually, not because of the past and not because of the future. Your future self is all made in the now, and you have goals and aspirations that you thrive for, and that's all from reflection on, I want to get better, I want to improve, I want to develop, I want to evolve. But you don't come to that realization unless you reflect. We reflect unconsciously every single day, but to intentionally and consciously reflect is a whole different story. And that's something that you can do with stream of consciousness and meditation. And another topic that I want to talk about briefly, silent retreats. A silent retreat is one of the greatest things that I've come across. Literally a straight dopamine detox. It can be 24 hours, it can be 3 days, where you have nothing but you and your thoughts. Not even a book to read, not even a journal. How can you do anything if you can't do nothing? I did this before, and it's important to do it every quarter. Literally just sit in silence the entire day. You have meals that are already planned for you. You say, at this time I'll have breakfast, and at this time I'll have dinner, and that's it. You don't read, you don't journal, no technology, you just do absolutely nothing. And you might be sitting there hearing this out thinking, Evan, you're crazy. But think about it. All the beautiful thoughts that enter your mind pulled from God when you get rid of all distractions, when you get rid of all the dopamine that you're bombarded with every single day. This is one of the best ways to reflect on how far you've come, where you are now, and how far you've yet to go. Silent retreat, stream of consciousness. Strive for 30 minutes to an hour of meditation. And then once you begin to reflect on your past, your future, and now, here and now, you start to integrate what worked well, what hasn't been working well. You know, what's bringing me the most amount of happiness? What's bringing me the most amount of unhappiness? When did I achieve the most in my life? Who was I with? Engage all your senses. What was I smelling? What was I seeing on a day-to-day basis? Remember, all our senses, they're feeding into our mind. Environment is everything. Proximity is power. So what we put into our mind, what we smell, eat, what we put in our bodies, what we watch, what we read, it's all helping us evolve for better or for worse. And we don't come to that realization if we're not reflecting and if we're not integrating on what we've reflected upon. So I encourage you watching or listening to this here and now to really reflect on where you are now, to really take a step back and understand the type of person you want to evolve into. And that work has to be done in the now. It begins in the now. There is no day 2 or 3. It's day 1. Every single day you wake up, it's day 1. You're being born again. You know, you're remembering all that you've been through every single day you wake up. Because remember, the past is the past. That's all in your mind. The now is all there is. And every single day that you wake up is a new opportunity to evolve into the person that you've wanted to become. But you don't understand the type of person you want to become if you're not reflecting on who you've been before, who you are now, and who you want to become and evolve into, and then integrate on what is working really well. This episode is a little bit all over the place, but that's okay. I affirm that there are some things that I just talked briefly upon that resonated with you in regards to reflection and integration. You don't know you're getting stronger unless you go back to the little weights. And the little weights are feeling like feathers. You don't know how much you've grown unless you reconnect with friends of the past and they say to your face, wow, you've changed. You can look in the mirror and say to yourself, you have changed. And you can believe that and affirm that. And remember, your opinion is all that matters. The only person's opinion is that of the one in the mirror, not of others. The only battle that matters is a spiritual battle between you and the person in the mirror, thyself. So reflect on how far you've come, where you are now, and where you want to go, and integrate what's working well, discard what isn't working well, double down on the times when you achieved the most, the environments that you were in, when you achieved that, what you were eating, who you were seeing, and when you didn't achieve the most, get rid of everything in that regard. I love you all very much. Thank you for listening to this episode on reflection and integration. Have a great rest of your day.